Merry Christmas to all my YouTube subscribers, viewers, Facebook friends, Facebook family, and Google connections. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, and hope 2014 will bring us a better year. The day is the 23rd of December 2013. Tomorrow will be Christmas Eve, and the following day will be Christmas. I probably won't post anything else until after Christmas, because Christmas Day I'll be busy stuffing my face and entertaining family members, my grandkids, my wife, 40 years plus. And just enjoying the birth of Christ, as I believe in the Bible. But before we get to that point, I want to, well, I've been watching this thing with this guy Phil Robinson, this Duck Dynasty BS that's going on. And you know, I have some issues with it for a couple of reasons. You know, people when they come out with this, you know, this guy Phil Robinson, he's a self-proclaimed Bible thumper, self-proclaimed redneck, self-proclaimed white trash. You know, he's made all of these he's claimed all of these titles of what he is. You know, and I have a couple of theories about things. You know, when it comes to gay people, gay marriage and all of that stuff, you know, I'm a little bit shallow on that myself. But what I've come to understand is, and what I've come to accept, is that people are who they are. People are whoever they are. There's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing anyone can do about it except those people. Accept them, move on with your life. You know, I don't have a problem with a person doing what a person wants to do. If it's something in the Bible that's prohibited of that, we know what we read in the Bible. Leviticus. I can't pronounce a lot of the words that go in the Bible. You know, it talks about it in that section. What I've learned to do is to accept people for who they are and what they are. Now, if it's a sin, who has to answer for that? I don't have to answer for that. You know, so I leave that alone. People are welcome to do whatever they want to do. I have no right in any form or fashion to infringe upon their rights because of my religious belief. You know, and I think this guy Phil Robinson should look at that and rethink his situation on trying to control. You know, what's funny about this is in the very congregations, I saw a tape of him giving a sermon. In that very congregation, there may be someone in there that's gay, young child growing up, adult, or someone that's probably gay. Within his own family, it's highly possible that there's someone who is gay. You know, so, you know, the thing that everybody's like you or me or believe in the same things that you or I believe in is not conductive. It's not productive to think in that realm that everybody should be like me or them. Now, having said that, people have a right to be gay if they want to be gay. You either have a right to accept them or stay clear of them. To me, you don't have a right to ostracize them, discriminate against them. That should not be done. You should accept it and let them deal with their problems. If there's going to be a religious problem to it, let them deal with that. That's between them, Jesus Christ, and God. That's who that's between. You as a human being can't do anything about it except be violent about it. Whether you accept it or not, you still can't do anything about it. Now, moving on from that to the other statement that, these black people, man, that I was growing up with because I was white trash, they were so happy. This was before they had welfare. This was before they had all of this stuff that's out there that to help people out and all of this. We had to chop that cotton and do whatever. And they were singing and they were happy and they wasn't singing the blues. Kiss my Phil. That's what you do, dog. Because you don't know. Well, maybe you do know, because you're old enough to realize and to know what Jim Crow was. The insidious, criminal behavior of white people. And who was the biggest practices of the Jim Crow, enforcing the Jim Crow laws? Huh? You proclaim yourself as one of them. White trash was the enforcers of the Jim Crow laws. There were no rich people running around making sure you didn't drink out of this water fountain or in the same area where you would be out shopping and doing stuff, and you see a black person walking on the sidewalk and you stand there and block him or make him get off the sidewalk. Who was doing that? That was the white trash people that you referred yourself to. The lower income white folks that were down there with the Afro-American or black people. So for you to make that statement that black people were so happy, yeah, we as black people put up with a bunch of stuff because we had to survive it. I grew up at the end of Jim Crow. I don't know how old you are, I don't really care. I grew up at the end of Jim Crow. I've never been one of them guys that's yes or no, so Mr. Boss Man and all of that crap. It's my father and my parents told me better than that. You ain't got to say that to no white man for no reason. But they had to do it. I know the stories. I know the history of it. So when you try and put black people in a happy mood under Jim Crow, you way out there in right field. I ain't gonna say left field. I give you the right field. You're a rich white man. You have a business going. You have a reality show. I don't watch it. I will never watch it. I'm not interested in ducks. I don't eat duck meat. I don't hunt ducks. Because I don't like duck meat. So I'm not going to kill something that I'm not going to use as far as animals go. But, my main message to Mr. Phil Robinson is this. A&E has a right as a business to decide whether or not they want to deal with you. Just like you have a right to decide whether or not you want to deal with them. Now, if you work your problem out with them and they accept you and keep you going, then that's fine. That's a good business operation. That's what it should all be about. You're on national television. You're on a show that people watch. I live in Louisiana. So when you start telling me about how some white people feel about Afro-Americans or black people, you know, we can debate that, because I know the difference between the two. I wasn't born and raised in this state, but I know the mindset of many white Americans, white trash people, as you want to call them, and upper class white people, and rich white people. You know, I know a bunch of people here, and I know that some are not so well receptive of any minority, and I know some that gets along just fine, and I know some that don't give a damn what color you are or what your class status is. So my little message to Mr. Phil Robinson is that, you know, you should take things in stride. You're old enough, you say you're an educated man, that you should understand that life is what it is. People are who they are, no matter what their race is, no matter what their gender is, no matter what their sexual orientation is. It doesn't matter. A person is a person no matter what his thought patterns are. You know, and this thing about, you know, being able to say things and being forgiven for it. White men in America, and you see it all the time in this so-called conservative, evangelical realm of life, they're able to say things and then always be forgiven for it. You know, the racism issue. White Americans have always been able to practice racism and then somewhere down the line be forgiven for it. Let me, as an Afro-American, practice some racism on some white person and see if I'm forgiven for it. You know, it's a two-way street. You practice anti-gayism or whatever it is, or however you want to label it, you know, not understanding that maybe these people didn't want to be that way. Maybe that's the way they were born. You know, I don't know one way or the other how it comes about, you know, and there may be some that just decide they want to do that. I don't know. But it's none of my damn business, because that's between them and God. Jesus Christ and God. That's who that's between. It's not between you. My skin color is between me and God, and you should have nothing to say about it, because you could very well have been me. Do you understand that? So you need to try to accept things as they are. And if you want to try to improve upon them, then help out. Do something positive about it, rather than denigrate it, degrade it, try to destroy it, or kill something to make yourself seem comfortable and right. God bless everybody that viewed this YouTube post. Have a Merry Christmas. God bless America. Ciao.